you see my desktop?
Yeah.
Okay. A few more minutes for people to show up.
Okay.
Is Professor on the phone right now?
Yes, I am.
Professor Chung, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
And is Professor Florence on the phone right now?
Yeah. Oh no, that was me.
And who is that?
Yes.
Okay.
I am Florence.
Oh, Professor, how are you?
Very good, thank you. And you?
Good. We're waiting for a few more people to show up to start. Okay. And where do you teach, Professor?
Simmons College in Boston.
Great. Do you have notes today?
Yes.
Yeah, did we?
Where are you located?
I'm in New York. I'm the marketing coordinator for the World Languages team.
Okay.
And my name is Alexa Recio.
Yes.
Okay. Professor Ismael Soto on the line?
Yeah.
Hi, Professor. How are you?
Thank you.
What language do you teach and where?
It's at Stony Brook University.
Great. And I already confirmed that Professor Rice is on the line. What about Professor Mary Ellen Eckert? Okay, so I'm logging in. What about Professor Ryan Diewell?
I'm here, Ryan Duell.
Hi, Professor. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. And where do you teach?
I at SUNY Canton in northern New York.
Great.
Hi.
Who is that?
Ellen Eckert.
Hi, Professor. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
And where do you teach?
East Los Angeles College.
Does everybody here teach Spanish, or are there other languages being recorded?
I teach French.
Okay.
I teach French. Hi, this is Arunjan from University of Toledo.
Hi.
A quick question.
Sure.
I am signing in here and I need a meeting password. Maybe I missed that.
It's CENTRO.
Oh, okay.
All lowercase. So we have a few people on the line, so I'm going to go ahead and start. My name is Alexa Recio, and I'm the marketing coordinator for the World Languages team. And today we're going to talk about CENTRO, and it's going to be the advanced session. We already had 2 beginner-level sessions on Tuesday and Thursday, so if you're interested in viewing those presentations, I'm going to send you the recording later on. And so let's go ahead and start. For today, we're going to talk about the new CENTRO features. We're going to more specifically talk about the dashboard, listening to grading voice recordings, creating custom recording activities, and custom quizzes. And at the end, you can ask me any questions you have. There are a few webinar tips for today's session. Please don't close your web browser. There's short lag time, and that's normal. Put your speakerphones so that you're not listening to everybody's background noises while I'm presenting. Please place your call on hold, and if your computer locks up or if you get disconnected, shut down your browser and log in again. And if in the middle of the presentation you have any problem doing the presentation or listening to it, please contact help at 866-229-3239, and that number is on the screen right now. This is a quick recap of CENTRO, because I'm sure most of you already know about it since this is the advanced training. So in CENTRO you will find it's the version of the required materials like the manual, the workbook, and the ebook. It's accessible online at mhcentro.com, and some of the student resources may include the course material online, the instant feedback, and you get instant feedback and unlimited practice. There is the complete audio program, interactive exercises, and video clips. And so if after this presentation you log on to Centro and you have any issue with Centro, you can either submit an issue online via mhcentro.com/support, or you can call toll free at 877-282-4400 extension 2. Or you can also go online to mhcentro.com, go to help and frequently asked questions, and then click on technical support to get a question online. Go ahead and go live. Okay, so I'm in mhcentro.com. I'm just logging in really quickly.
Say 1 moment, please. Is that right?
Can you see our Centro website?
No, I see 1 moment, please.
That's is that to everybody or just you?
No, I see your course online.
Okay, Professor, can you click refresh on your screen, please? Did that work? Okay. Can you please call the number I gave you before? Do you have it?
I honestly jot that down. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, that's okay. Let's look at it really quickly. Okay, so please call 866-229-329.
Okay, thank you.
I was having the same problem, and then I closed my closed the session, and then came back in, and then it was working properly. So that's just another idea. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, so right now I'll show you the Centro dashboard and give you a little more background on why we included this in Centro. It's because in Miguel we realized that professors are very busy. You're busy planning your classes, grading exams, all of that. So we want to make your life as easy as possible. So that's how the dashboard came into effect. And so if you click dashboard, you'll see the calendar right here. So if you click on a day, it shows you what that particular week looks like, and this will help you really organize yourself. For instance, if you go to Friday, January 21st, you can see you have activity A3 is due today. And so if you hover over the activity, it reminds you, oh, so this is the activity about intercambios que quieres para tu cumpleaños from Dos Mundos, from the ebook. And so let's say that I want to view that activity. You can just click on the magnifying glass and you can view the activity. Or you can grade the activity. You could also go to the grade book and it'll show you all of the grades for all of your students. And so now let's say that I want to remind myself of something that day if I were a professor. So I can click on add a note, and that just add a note for that day. Click add a note, it'll save it, and I'll be able to see it. Okay, and now another thing I wanted to show you is under my tools, this section right here. If you click on view instructor resources, here are files that come with the book. So this isn't just files that are already there, but you can also upload your own files so your class can see them. And another really great feature of the dashboard is the My Alerts section. So if you go to back to the dashboard, go to alerts. So imagine this as if it were like your agenda, so that it'll help you plan your day and plan your week. And so it's really good because the My Alerts section helps you focus on exactly what it is that you want to see in your schedule. So for instance, what do I need to grade? This is like filters to help you see exactly what it is that you're looking for. So you can either filter it down by what do I need to grade, what was submitted recently, what was submitted late, and who received the low score. Say that we want to see what was submitted late and who received the low score. We focus to, we do the alerts. Let's just seconds while it loads. Okay, so this shows me all of the students that submitted work late, and it shows me who received the low score. So for instance, if I click here, it tells me that 4 students received low scores. on activity 2G1. So if I see who are those students, I just hover over here. It tells me that Susan, Eric, Bruce, and Francine were the ones that submitted or that received low scores. And so now say that you want to actually see the activity that the low score on. So you click on the activity and or you hover over it, and then it shows you they received the low score on Dos Mundos 7E and edición número 1. So if you click on the magnifying glass, it helps you the activity, but you can also grade the activity right away, or you can assign a quick grade, or you can go straight to the grade book. And that'd be good because it'll help you save time. Does anybody have any questions about any of the things I've showed so far?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Move on to listening and voice board activity. If I click the classes tab, okay, wait just a few seconds. Okay, so the classes tab, so I can see, so for instance, I'm going to go into do Dos Mundos 7 Digital Edition. I'm going to click Go so that it filters it for that particular program and that particular ebook. And then, oh, sorry, let's just wait a few seconds for it to load.
Students using the ebook be able to create these files showing us.
This is just an example. It could be for workbook or for a lab manual. The example I'm going to show today.
Okay.
Okay, and so in the sections, I'm going to show just capítulo 1, chapter 1. I go so that it filters for that. And I want to focus on activity 1A4, and let's say I want to look at how Julie Beaumont did. So I click on 100% for score, and how she did for this question. And I can also give feedback, or I can actually, first of all, I can actually listen to the answer that she submitted, which is really great. Then I can save myself some time, and instead of actually having to write her feedback, I can just record it. It's really interesting that you can do that. Now another thing I want to show you is 1 second. Back. Let's click go. You can also go to sorry about that. Let me just refresh. So I'm back to where I was before. And click on the dashboard tab. I'm going to show you how to create a quiz. So in the tools section, if you click on create a quiz, here you see quizzes that already exist, but you can also create a few of your own. Then create quiz and then go. And sometimes you could just click OK and then right click up here and temporarily allow pop-ups. So the quiz will pop up in this window. So let's say that I want to title this quiz and my description will be activity 1, just make up whatever later. And so we can decide if it's going to be a multiple choice quiz, true or false, a pop-up question, a multiple correct question, fill in the blank, etc. So let's make this multiple choice question. We're going to click add. So the question is going to be how old are you? And so you're adding the different choices. Just click Add. You can move along and create the next question. And the same, adding different options. Decide if you want it to appear in random order or not. You can decide if you're going to assign it display point values and you want to display the question numbers. If you want the languages, which language you want it to appear in. So let's say I want it in English. Oh, it has to be in another language. So let's do Spanish. And let's make it so the accents have to match exactly. Let's hit so that it doesn't ignore punctuation and so that grading is case sensitive. And do preview. So there are my turns. You can continue on, or you can click Done. You'll add the activity I just created is here under Activity 1. And if I click on here, you look. This will make my activity actually show up in the book, and I'll show you what I mean. Let's back to main CENTRO page. See what your students see. Okay, so let's see your book, Dos Mundos. The student is going to go here to student view. If you click on supplement, so once you're in the book, a text proportion, for instance, you see the activity that I just created, activity 1. So the activity I just created in the interview is showing up in the student view. And let's go back to our view as professors. Now I'm going to show you how to create a voice recording activity. Let's go forward. Tools, you're going to see create a voice recording activity. So click on that. Click on in the create section where it says voice recording. You click on go. Simply allow pop-ups. And it's going to show window. So again, you can create a voice recording activity. So I'm going to title this activity 2. Description can be, I'm just going to make words up. You can decide if it's going to be a partner recording or an individual recording. So let's say make it a partner recording and preview it. So a question pops up, and then students have the ability to record themselves. Either go back to continue editing, click Done. Just like with the other activity that we did before, it'll show up here. And click on Use in Book, it'll show up in the student view as well. This for the workbook as well? You can do that for the workbook as well. Right now, does anybody have any questions?
So, what do you see? How the student view is like?
Go look at the student view. So they work on here. The student sees, like for instance, they see the ebook. You see. Let's wait for it to open really quickly. You see the different activities within the ebook, the different chapters in the ebook. You see the workbook. With activities for the chapters. You see grammar tutorials. And, if you haven't seen this before, this is really great. They're basically videos of the different grammar tools, and you have an online professor explaining them. Way if the student doesn't get something in the class, they can go back to this and see and learn from the online professor what the different grammar rules are covered in the book.
And the link of student station, is it the same function as the one you click right-hand side when you go back to the home? Is it the same page?
Wait, where are you talking about?
If you scroll up the screen, keep going up. On the second line, and you see like profile, you ask questions. And the second see student workstation.
Okay, look at that really quickly. Looks okay, loaded. This shows you what the books are for your different classes.
Alexa, question.
Yes.
If excuse me, when the students purchase the ebook, does it do they pay for the whole access of the 15 chapters? I noticed that Dos Mundos, for example, has 15 chapters. But say that you're going to cover X amount of chapters in Español 1 and some other in Español 2. Can the book be divided for the students or not? Or is it up to the professor?
Yeah, I think so. I think if you buy a customized version of the book, the students will get exactly what you requested.
Because I'm interested. I don't want the students to pay a whole lot.
So you just portions of the book?
Because if the students are not going to use it, they're just going to go ahead and use it for one semester. To me, it's a waste of resources, not only for the publisher, but as well as for the students.
Yeah, I'm sure, especially because it's all electronic. It's customizable, so you
contact for this.
Who is your sales rep?
Sure, I'm new into this. So,
what is your name, Professor? Sorry.
Alicia Wheaton.
And what school do you teach at?
Alfred State College in New York.
Okay. Interested in a customizable version of the ebook for Dos Mundos?
Right, and I definitely would like, because this is the first time I've seen it, but I am aware of how it's being used through another publisher, and I like it. I like the fact that you have more features into it, so I'd like to talk to my...
Great. Sure, I'll make a note of that, and then ensure that we answer that question for you, and that you're able to talk to your sales representative in more detail about the customizable version of the Dos Mundos ebook.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And then how do you mute the audio? I'm on the phone and I don't know how to mute. I apologize to everybody.
No, that's okay.
This stupid question.
Is you on a cell phone or are you on the landline?
I'm on the phone. On the regular phone, office phone.
Okay. And does it have a button that says mute on it? It doesn't?
Not either.
Oh, right.
So I apologize if you guys hear some background noise. So
that's okay. Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, just going back to the question about student view.
Okay.
So what student can see is the same as in a student workstation, or those two links under, or those links under course description, is correct?
Yes.
Okay. They're supposed to be the same, the student workstation or the course description. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question. I teach French and use the textbook Du Monde.
Okay.
And I don't recall seeing under the My Tools the voice recording activities, and I was just wondering if that is only busy or available for certain textbooks.
Let's into that. What is your name, Professor?
Ryan Duell.
Okay.
And because I also teach French, but I use another book which is Début. I don't recall seeing the recording activities. I've been using it for a while and I've never seen it. So and it seems like the Spanish version is more extended. It offers more options, like the lesson that students can listen to is not available either in French.
And what is your name, Professor?
Sarah Strecker. I teach at Simmons.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear your name.
Oh, Sarah Strecker.
Okay.
Question. I teach online and require students to purchase the ebook, my online course, but my additional courses during the regular semesters, I have students just buy the online workbook, and that's the difference. That's my understanding that you have access to the digital recording features, all of that, if your students purchase the ebook. So my summer students, for my summers I can create these things, but for my traditional students I can't. And was my kind of follow-up question, is or will just great, additional features be able for students that just purchase the regular online workbook and buy the ebook?
Okay.
Jang?
Yeah. And could you remind me what is your name and
yeah, Amy Gank, Messiah College.
Okay.
Because one of these sessions a few semesters back, that's how it was explained to me, is that the students have to buy the ebook in order for the professor to be able to create, all of the recordings, all of that. But I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I'll definitely look into that.
If that would be an option for people teaching traditional courses where students don't need to buy the ebook because they have the paper version of the book.
Sure. Yeah, I'm writing down all of your questions and your names and schools so that after the summer is over, I can answer all of your questions via email.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else any other questions?
Yeah, I have a different question. I also teach French at Rio Hondo College. My name is Gada Mawad, and here in California. And I'm asking about the results. I noticed under the option tab, we can export the results. And I was wondering if this is possible to export them into Blackboard.
That's the question. McGraw-Hill now has a partnership with Blackboard, so
Or it does not?
It does.
It does, okay.
Yes. So I'll get into that as well.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
To know which version of Blackboard it would work with.
Yes, I'll find that out as well.
Probably the newest one.
Do you have East Los Angeles College? Do you have an agreement with any other course management systems besides Blackboard?
Connect. But that's coming out right now this month, and it's for Experience Spanish, an introductory Spanish book.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any questions?
What's the name of that book that the colleague just mentioned, or the one that you just mentioned for introductory Spanish?
Experience Spanish.
Okay.
Would you, if you want to know more about that book, give me your name and your school so that I can contact you about that book.
I guess you're Wheaton with Alfred State College.
Okay, I'll definitely be contacting you.
Thank you.
Are there questions?
I could this is Mawad again, and I was wondering if we can change the duration of a class once we created it.
What do you?
Like, let's say we put it's from January 29 till May 17, and then we want to go and make it longer, from January 15 till May 30, let's say. Can we do that, or it's too late, we need to create another class?
I would be able to do that, But either way, I'm writing the question down, and I will get back.
Okay.
Yeah, you can change that. Go to the option and your course ending time.
Oh, it works.
That's what I did.
Okay, thank you. For the start of the class and the ending of the class? Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thanks, Professor Cheng.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Okay, other questions. I will send you a recording of this webinar after it's done, and also send you the recording for the beginner level webinars for CENTRO. And feel free to email me if you have any other questions. I have written down all the questions that you asked me to, and I will be following up with you on an individual basis. So,
Alexis, I have a question or a
Sure.
request, now that I have the rest of the colleagues.
Sure.
Some of us are new into this platform.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the publisher can set up a way of connecting with other colleagues throughout the country to ask them questions, or sometimes to me, I feel that I don't need to reinvent the wheel with some other colleague, or if somebody might have a question, sort of a network. Is such a way that we can network with other colleagues?
Yes, I could definitely arrange that. What is your name?
Alicia with Alfred State College in New York.
Okay. Professor Whedon, did you attend the beginner level sort of webinars already?
I did, but I could not hear. That I had problems with the connection, so I could not hear quite well.
Okay. In that case, I'll definitely send you the recording for the beginner level webinars, and I will look into seeing who we can connect you with that is already using CENTRO.
So much.
You're welcome.
Mary at East Los Angeles College. I'd also
Hi.
like to get that recording.
Sure. Yeah, I'm going to send it to everybody that either signed up or actually attended.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I do have a question about the grade book. I know you didn't talk about this, but I've tried in the past to enter the absences for the students and deduct points based on the number of absences that they have. And the grade book, the way it's set up, doesn't allow me to enter any grade that would not be a percentage of a total grade. And I was just wondering if there was any way I could enter that somewhere in the system.
I'll write that question down as well. And Professor?
Sarah Strecker.
Okay.
At Simmons.
Okay.
Did that make any sense?
Yes, okay. It did. Questions? Okay, well, no other questions. I will let all of you go, and I'll be sending you the recording, and I'll be following up with you individually to answer your questions. And if you think of any other questions, feel free to email me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Leader has disconnected. This call will now end.